Hello and welcome, this is Tritium Gaming and today we're playing Warthunder. I'm Kirkwood and with me here today is Griff. Warthunder is a very nice, best way to describe it, it's like a flight simulator, but it's an MMO flight simulator. If you've ever played a game like World of Tanks, it's very similar to that, but it's with planes currently, because it's still in beta at the moment. It's currently just with planes, but they will be adding, I believe, the Army and fleets into it, and you do big joint battles. So it's kind of almost like, hopefully the developers don't mind me saying this, it's a bit like World of Tanks, World of Warplanes, and World of Battleships sort of being combined. But I personally think this is, in my opinion, this is better than World of Warplanes, because the developers on it have a lot of experience with making flight sims, and they do very, very nice physical representations of the aircraft, and they try to make it all historically accurate and not too overbalanced. It's quite nice. It works quite well. I fly British. I'm currently using these aircraft, the Nimrod Mark II and Gladiator, because they're so cheap to repair. And I noticed I was actually losing money because I was using two of these bowfighters. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, I'm sure you'll abuse us over it. And also using a Typhoon. The bowfighter I tend to find, it's got them for 20mm Hispano cannons, which are pretty damn good at taking out aircraft. Take them out in about 2-3 hits, and it'll just rip anything to shreds. Typhoon, I like it. It's very, very good at high speed maneuvers. Very good if you're diving on someone. Plus, it carry a nice payload of two 500-pound bombs.
I'm going to be using 5 different planes. I'm going to be using both variants of Aircobra.
Griff,
they're pretty good because they travel pretty fast, and they've got the 37mm cannon. I'll be using a Corsair, the first variant of Corsair, which I just purchased as I reached level 7. It's pretty good, 650 calibers, quite high speed. I use a Catalina for basic bombing if we go on a bombing mission, but not always do I use it. And then I have a Hellcat, probably my favorite plane in my arsenal, because it has 650 calibers, 6 rockets, and 2 1,000-pound bombs. Quite a bit of ordnance for a fighter. Really gives you a good all-around ability to do good in a game.
Yeah, it's pretty kick-ass then. There's a lot of people in the Tritium Gaming community that play this, so if you ever want to come play it with someone, come hop on Teamspeak or something, which will be in the description somewhere. Well, let's go into a game, shall we, Griff? We're going to be doing an arcade battle, just for the sheer fact that then we will be able to play together as a team, as opposed to not being able to at all, because the way this works is, if you're doing something like a historical battle, as you can see here, you can only play as the two faction that have been selected for the historical battles of that day, which is every day or so, I believe it changes, and they change the factions around that you can play as, but you can only use the aircraft for them factions, and I have done very little for any of them. Full real battles is similar to historical battles, except I believe you can only use cockpit view, and it's very, very realistic. The physics is quite realistic. Historical battles itself, it actually uses the realistic physics system, so wings can break off at high speeds and aircraft can get into spins and stuff. It's quite terrifying if you're not too much of a flight sim person. But we're going to be playing arcade battles, which is quite a dumbed down physics system. It's pretty fun. Right, so you ready, Griff?
I'm ready. And also with the arcade battles, teams can be composed of planes from all 5 nations.
Yeah, but very, very nice.
It's a bonus for big groups who don't like to fly as the same country.
It's quite odd to see a Wellington fly along next to a Heinkel 111, just like, yeah, this has happened.
German and British planes going up against Russian and Japanese planes.
As we said before, this is still in beta, so a lot of the matchmaking system isn't 100% set up yet to match you to equal opponents. It's sort of set up to give you, if you see down here as a squad rank, and as far as we've managed to work out, the squad rank somewhat affects who you go up against, but we don't really know for sure. This would be when you've got the army and the fleets in. You'll see once we get into a mission, the missions are comprised of two different elements. You've got a sort of like a ground element and an air element. Currently, the ground elements, such as the ships and the army army vehicles, are all controlled by AI or some sort of systems and stuff, which means we can't control them ourselves. However, one moment.
Well, it seems I will be starting with the Catalina for this game because these tanks, they like to drive in a nice straight line.
I'm going to start off with the Typhoon because I don't want to use the Bowfighter too quickly. You may see me pronouncing this as Bowfighter and the Viewfighter, but that's really just because I pronounce it how I feel, not how it must be. So whereabouts are you, Griff? You're behind me. You started off as Catalina, didn't you? She'll be in your bomber.
Yeah.
Start off by not trying to get too far ahead so as to not get targeted first.
Yeah, one of the worst mistakes you can make in this game is to try and go lone wolf, because you will have 3 enemies behind you shooting at you before you can say, cover me.
which is what you'll be screaming as you look for someone to help you.
Or as you try and fly back to your huge group of teammates defending the base.
Playing this as a large group is really a good way to do it. I mean, the squad sizes, you can only have 4 people in them, but you can. We've managed to find out quite often that if you search for a battle at the same time in 2 groups, you tend to end up in the same battle if you're roughly the same level aircraft. Oh, some heavy flak fire back there. Took out 4 land units. That was pretty average.
Yeah, well, I was gonna go left. I guess I'll go, or I was gonna go right. I guess I'll go left now.
Fair bit of enemy fire around. Okay, let's go for this lag free. Really don't like this aircraft, especially when I'm flying in like the Viewfighter or Bowfighter, or whatever it is called. It tends to get on your tail and just cause you more problems than you can handle. And everything is. This thing's got a supercharger fixed to it, and it is. I think it's a supercharger or a turbocharger. I'm not 100% sure. Well, I didn't. Oh well, I finally managed to hit him, but he was already exploding and dying.
Let's see these bombs go off.
Another 2 land units destroyed. I'm surprised at how effective these machine guns were against the light tanks. Actually,
I literally just eliminated that entire line of tanks.
Ew. Okay, let's take out the Yak 7. Oh my! Well, that's just my luck. I ran out of ammo. Okay, well, let's chase it. Run out of ammo when I'm attacking. Let's begin the chase.
What I tend to find when you run out of ammo, if you continue following the plane, generally they think, well, I'm not being shot at, they must have left, and they will stop doing evasive maneuvers, which means that once your guns reload, you'll usually have a perfect shot on them.
Yeah, it's also like I tend to use this aircraft first because it's a good aircraft, but it's quite cheap to repair. It's 1,000 as opposed to the Bowfighter's a good like 5k of the Lions, which is basically the currency in this game is Lions and Eagles. Eagles is like gold, sort of like if you've ever played Water Tanks, it's similar to gold, and Lions is similar to like a cross between the silver and the experience. Although you actually have experience in this, so that's not strictly true what I just said.
I would say the Lions are kind of like credits in World of Tanks.
Yeah, fairly similar. And I've just lost a wing. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Let's see if we can bail out. Hold J, bail out. No, Tommy. Well, they damaged some lovely trees there.
Well, I apparently am dead.
Wow.
And no bullets hit me. So, quite a mystery what just happened there.
Well, now we are going to use my favourite aircraft because it is just so lethal. Wonderful bow fire. This is the Mark 10, there is a Mark 5, I think, variant of it. The difference is this has, I think, 4 or 8 Browning machine guns as well as the 4 cannons. Did I kill him or did he die? Or
He is dead, I believe.
I don't know, he kind of flew through me. I didn't notice how close he was.
I think it said he crashed, which is usually what happens when people ram.
Yeah.
Is that
that's the most annoying thing on this game is people crashing into you. Like Griff tends to find he's in a Catalina. Catalina seems to be very. It's quite the sponge. It just absorbs so much damage it doesn't go down. People end up crashing into it, which is the only way they can take it down. Which it really ruins it because just launched some rockets into an aircraft, and I think I may have killed myself at the same time, or did I? Yes, I did.
Very, very unrealistic that would have happened.
Yeah, because
in World War II.
In real life, you plug your aircraft into another aircraft, you're going to be dead, and you're not going to be able to do it a second time. Now I'm using a Wellington, not particularly exciting aircraft. Pretty slow. I tend to find the best thing to do with this, even though it's meant to be like a level bomber, I tend to like fly very low with it, and because the crew on this I have is very upgraded with their gunnery precision and stuff, they tend to be able to shoot down most aircraft reasonably well. Well, reasonably well for an AI.
Let's see if I can escape from this BF-109.
Yeah, I see ya. Should we say bomber to the rescue? Oh yeah, you got two friendlies on your tail, which basically just saved you.
Thanks, friendlies. Yeah, they took down the full gore in the BF-109, I guess.
Nice.
Or full gore, if you wanna be like that, I guess.
What is this F6F? I believe it's a Buffalo.
The F6F? That's a Hellcat.
Ah, it's a Hellcat. I knew it was one of two.
That's what I'm flying right now.
Both of them really annoy me when I'm in any aircraft because they're just, for some reason, they appear to be more agile than the Spitfire, which
the thing about both of the Buffalo variants is they have a really tight turning radius.
Oh god, no. Okay, so guess what? I've just plowed another aircraft into the side of the hill.
Yeah, I generally don't like these. There are really two types of maps you'll encounter. There are these ones, which are mainly composed of valleys and mountains, and there are generally flat ones, such as the Stalingrad map, Lulu Island map, Pearl Harbor, and these ones, such as Rice Terraces, like we're playing, Asia, which is basically the same as this, except with snowy mountains, and then African Canyon. Those are all kind of valley-based maps with tank routes. Those are probably the best maps for bombing, whereas the other flat maps are probably better for fighter battles and big dogfights in the air with big groups.
Well, as you can see now, I'm currently flying a biplane, and I got ripped to shreds. It was Gladiator Mark II that was there. I was about to say what's quite nice about this is just because you're in a biplane or one of the early aircraft that you get from the start doesn't mean that you get totally annihilated straight away. I did, however, that time, but that was because the aircraft I came up against, I believe it has lots of cannons. Is it the Air Cobra or Arrow Cobra or whatever it is?
Air Cobra, that's what I'm about to start
that got cannons?
Flying. It's got one, a 37 mil though.
It's pretty lethal, that shell, so
yes,
that travels through your engine, you're going to know it, but
it will take down almost any fighter in the game. Generally, if I get one or maybe two hits on a fighter's wing, even at full health, the wing's gone with this cannon.
It is. I was going to say the biplanes can be quite useful when you're up against these faster aircraft because purely because you're slower, you can actually sit behind the other aircraft. And you tend to be far more agile and have such a higher turn rate.
Well, this guy got a little dose of karma right there, I guess, because he decided it would be a great idea to fly between me and the guy I was shooting at. Oh, just like you are doing now.
Difference is I'm now on fire, and I paid dearly for that.
Did you just see this noob crash into me, teammate?
I died as well, so I did.
Old Dado.
Well, we weren't particularly great in that battle. You can just watch some other people playing at the moment. You see someone bailing out there. You can bail out in this game. I think you get a bonus if your crew survives, or.
Are you
I'm watching the game and spectating.
Are you out of planes? You want to just spectate me so we can get a bit of my gameplay in the video?
Yeah. If I can ever find you, Griff.
You'll always know my planes because I've got wings on all my wings.
It's quite a nice paint scheme. It's not exactly original, I will say that, but it looks nice.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, that Air
It's kind of... Yeah, this is my second Air Cobra, and it appears
quite interesting.
We've won the game. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Okay, well, it seems all I really did that game was destroy ground targets with the Catalina.
Yeah, I didn't do too much. I got 1 aircraft destroyed and 6 surface, which was normally quite bad for me, because quite often I end up getting a good 6 or 7 air kills. I believe they're currently in the process of changing the economic system on this, because you used to get loads and loads of Lions and stuff, so it's quite easy to maintain good aircraft, but they've changed that now so you don't, but I believe they're changing it again to sort of balance it out a bit better, because it is quite difficult to have any good aircraft in use, but I don't know, it's quite good.
It's something I like about the American tree is that their aircraft tend to have a lower repair cost for their level. For instance, the Corsair's average repair cost is only 1,000 Lions, and it's a level 7 plane.
Yeah, see, the level 7s I have a Typhoon Mark 1A, which is 864 lines. It's quite nice, but we get something like the Bowfire, 5,000 lines, which is like you have to take down a good 6 or 7 enemy aircraft, I believe, just to try and cover that cost to that. So
yeah,
if you're trying to do, I think it's 1,200 per aircraft kill, but it depends on the aircraft. But if you're, I'm trying to unlock the next Wellington, which is actually discounted at the moment, as I've just realised. It's quite nice. They roll out discounts often on different days and stuff for different aircraft and bonuses, and it's very good. Like if you've played any of the IL-2 games or the Stamovit games, the flying in them, it's not too different from that. I'm pretty sure they're the same. As far as I'm aware, they're the same development team working on them, so it's quite nice. Even their music is the same as Cliffs of Dover and stuff. IL-2 Cliffs of Dover, I may add. Right, give us a second. Anyway, well, we're going to go into our second game now. I've changed my aircraft lineup to a different one. These aren't my favourite aircraft or the ones I would like to use, but most of them are broken and I can't afford to repair them because I don't have enough silver lions, which is the main currency, as you saw up there. Okay, Griff, do you want to ready up? Oh no, I'll ready up and you launch because you're squad leader now.
To battle?
To battle it is. Yeah, Warthunder has really sort of taken off over the past few weeks or so. I'm not sure how long it's been out, but it's flying around a lot on the internet. There's a lot of people playing it now.
I think late February.
Yeah, it sort of came out late February area. So we got several different game types. We've got like ground attack, which is the one we just played a minute ago, and in ground attack you just got to basically take out the enemy ground units and bomb their airfield a bit and stuff. Whereas this is domination. There's fight over airfields. It's a bit like capture the flag, except you have to land at an airfield and capture it. There's also ground units as well, and it helps blowing them up, but I'm not quite 100% sure how effective that is, but it does work, it helps. And of course you've still got the enemy air units, so it should become interesting soon. Let's start this off with
looks like we're playing Peleliu.
Useful it is. Start with 5 minutes of fuel and let's go.
I don't even know if there are ground units on this. I mean, I know there are ships, so you could always go for those.
Oh yeah, it's fine. I've got a massive torpedo.
Oh, that's nice. I can actually play as the Catalina. It's got 2 nice 1,000-kilo torpedoes.
Wow, it feels really weird to fly this thing. It's quite large. It's really quite agile. Like in relative terms to like the viewfinder. But of course it doesn't have its cannons. It's just got a nose gunner and a tail gunner. Although I have discovered the tail gunner is particularly lethal. You can also in the when you go to the hangar, you can apply decals to your aircraft, like that there. I can't quite read. I don't remember fitting any details or decals, but apparently I have. We're gonna fly down to B, I think, and try and take B. Or we will not use it. I mean, let's just go and torpedo bomb this light cruiser over it. So. Yeah, you've got rockets, you've got torpedoes, and you've got bombs. The bombs are in different sizes as well as the torpedoes. I think the rockets are as well, even. And when it starts off, it tends to be just your basic aircraft with just its main guns. Although if you're a bomber, you start off with like 250-pound bombs normally. And then as you gain XP with that aircraft, you unlock more of the different bombs and stuff. And I've got torpedo, and you can't be too high or too low with the torpedo. For it to work, so I just dropped that. Torpedo shot ahead of me. Hit the target. Oh no, destroyed the light cruiser. Now I would have an enemy on my tail, so I'm going to turn. I'm going to go try and capture the airfield at B. Because my torpedoes aren't going to recharge in time, and I'm probably not going to survive much longer. Should not really be doing this, you should really stick with your group, but as it's only me and Griff who are on this currently, normally if we go to 4 or 5 of us, we can work together. At the moment I can't really do that, so I'm just going to go land at the airfield and cap it. Set the flaps to landing, let's try and land at this airfield. Oh, that's bursting flames just short of the runway. Wow, there's a lot of people up. It wasn't a great day. Let's go for... let's switch to the good old Spitfire Mark 1. I used to get loads of kills with this. I often have it where I lose all control of the ailerons. Ailerons are what control your roll in an aircraft. And I'd often lose all control of them and just fly it purely on the tail control surfaces. So you would then have your yaw and your pitch, and that was all it is. But when you use yaw, it does actually make your aircraft roll as well. Whereabouts are you, Griff? Or are you in the center?
No, I will be spawning in shortly. Got killed by a Fulgor.
For some reason I put razor teeth on this plane. I did initially have it, because I had premium for a short time, and I put blue and red wings. For reasons unknown to myself, I just put blue and red wings on it, and it just made it look quite interesting. You unlock new decals though as you progress through the ranks and complete certain achievements, and there's many different things you can do. Something to shoot in there. Let's try and take down some of these aircraft. I don't want to be left out there on my own, so let's go for this BF-1 110, see what we can do against it. Kill it. It's quite nice. Oh. way too. Oh, killed it. I might go back to using the Spitfire Mark 1, it's quite nice. And it seems to survive a lot longer than any of my other aircraft, more expensive ones. Other aircraft this way. And I finally got taken out. Yeah, they shot my pilot out there, they didn't even take down the aircraft. Just goes to show the strength of that thing. Very well built. We're going to go for the Hurricane Mark II because I have 4 machine guns on it. I'm not going to have any rockets, I don't really feel like that. I don't quite like the Hurricane as much as I do the Spitfire. Purely just because the Hurricane is much less manoeuvrable and I think it's a little bit slower. However, they did have a slightly longer range, I believe, in the Second World War. Because
I just got a poke.
lovely. But the Spitfire I was using just there, it was the Mark 1 variant. I don't think that actually had the Rolls-Royce Merlin engine fitted in it yet. It wasn't until the later variants and later in the war they fitted in the engine, which made it what it was. Incredibly powerful engine. Not much of a decal scheme on this except for a lightning bolt and Roger. You're down there by yourself, Griff. Do you want to fly towards me? Or are you
Yeah, I'm heading up.
Right.
Heading for this S-79 right now.
Where's the S-79?
He just got shut down. There you go.
You have people behind you then.
I know, I was running away from them.
If you pull too high G, you black out, sort of. I tend to be able to just fly through a blackout anyway, just ignoring it. But Griff, you're going to have a ME. That BF-109 is going to go for you. Or he may not, he may decide to leave you. Let's go see if we can take it down. A lot of machine guns on this aircraft, so... hit something and do something. And he's going to have a very bad day, especially that viewfighter coming down on this now. Let's go for this other Hurricane down here.
Okay, guys?
You can't be in this channel, you need to get out now. Damn it, my guns are all jammed. Just do what I do best and spin around in circles and hope for the best.
I really want to use my rockets. I want to show a rocket kill.
I tend to use the mouse for the controls, but I do use the WSAD keys sometimes to pull slightly tighter manoeuvres with them often. And for example, this Hurricane has just overshot me. Dead, and I'm gonna die, and I should drop my bombs if I can, which I didn't manage to. It was a good try. Go on to my other Hurricane now. This one, this has just got 4 machine guns on it, so it's not as good. Still a reasonably useful aircraft. The British aircraft seem to be, from what I've seen of them, they start off on the lower levels a little bit better, like with the early Spitfires and the Viewfighter. They're pretty good if you know how to use them properly. But they are slightly more expensive to repair than some of the other factions aircraft, which leads me to using all these less good than the aircraft, the less useful ones, as opposed to the ones I would like to be using. ME410 up here. She's flying away from me now. I'm going to keep up with that, or am I? Yeah, I should be able to keep up with that.
He's going for our ships.
That noise you can hear is me using the war emergency power on the engine. it's nearly overheating where I keep pressing it, and when it goes to overheat I let go of it. I never quite let it cool enough, although it has overheated now, so it's not going to let me use the water emergency power for a little bit. I'm going to try and take this aircraft quite quickly. This must have been a common site. Hurricane battling German aircraft over the countryside coast of Britain. The scenery is really nice in this game. It's just also it runs very for what the graphics are. It runs really smoothly. Like I've got a pretty good computer. It's not amazing. It's pretty good, but it's not like super high tech. It's just stuff that I've looked together over the past few years. But I run this really well. This is on the max settings for the game. I didn't put it on movie quality because it's recommended by the developers not to be used for like any combat. It's used purely for making like videos and cinematic trailers and stuff. Because it's I think it creates a slight delay in controls in the video. So if you're trying to kill someone that's not with, that's handy. SU2 is over here. Let's go for this. Faster aircraft. There's a Spitfire set on there on the runway. And there's also going to be my exploded remains sitting there. What the hell killed me there? Got shot down by a Spitfire. Ah, Spitfire Mark II. That is two of them 20mm Nipano cannons. Now we're down to the Nimrod, which is the last of the aircraft we have. So, this is reserve aircraft. The reserve aircraft, which are starting aircraft, they get repaired for free, because that's what they are, they're reserve aircraft. But they really aren't incredibly effective. I mean, I've got two machine guns in this, and they're going to be very, very useless.
Hurricane on my tail. Oh, I'm out.
Have you
Peace.
lost all your aircraft now?
Where's my chute?
Is that all your
My guy
aircraft
didn't
now?
eject. No, that's just my second one. I still have both Air Cobras.
Lucky you. Kept getting shredded. Well, I do have 5 air kills in one tank.
Well, it's because I haven't been seeing much combat. Every time I go for someone, when I'm about 2 kilometers away from them, they die. So switch my targeting to someone else. When I'm about 2 kilometers away from them, they die.
Yeah, so the Allied ships and the enemy ships, they all have anti-air guns. And some of the light vehicles you get have AA guns on them, and there's ground emplacements of AA, so taking down the ground emplacements of the ships can really help your team, especially when they're fighting enemy aircraft. But it also, they affect the bar along the top, as you see, which is, because this is domination mode, it's kind of like your tickets you see in most, like capture the flag or games similar to Battlefield, that sort of game type that you get on that. Something similar to that happens on this, and like when your tickets have all been drained, you end up losing. That was very close there. I basically just landed inside a Spitfire. Right, and now you have to land on the airfield to cap it, and I believe we've captured this one, so we'll try and take off. Like I said, the physics are dumbed down because this is the arcade mode, and if this was the real mode, right there, just from, because I slammed right up to full throttle and it went straight to war emergency power, I would have probably nosed over the aircraft into the ground. Well, I just got shot to pieces on takeoff, so that's all my aircraft gone. Let's go take a look at Griff.
What's there to look at?
Are you dead? Are you dead entirely, Griff?
I really need to start doing
Griff,
better.
Are you dead entirely?
No, I still have 2 more planes, or 1 more plane and 1 more elephant, but
See you. P-39. Ara Cobra.
Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be ours.
I really want to just unlock the friggin' Thunderbolt because that thing's gonna just tear people apart.
Yeah, it's gonna be much better once you get that.
But that's not till level 9, I think. So I got quite a bit.
Quite some distance away.
See what I can do about this IL-2 over in our base.
Kill it! 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 Okay,
Kill it
it's
with
still
fire.
alive.
Somehow.
The enemy has captured the
Go back
airfield.
around on it again.
We've got to regain control of it immediately.
You want to be careful though. You've got several different fighters over there as well. I swear your cannon like hits nothing.
No, it hits. It's just it's not the most accurate thing ever, and also the rate of fire is really low. It's like bang, 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 bang.
You need to hit them more often. Rip them in half or something. Go on, take down the BF-109.
I'm trying. I don't want him to take out our boats.
That's a bit late now, considering that one's burst into flames.
I guess. Ah, great.
You've
I
lost
swear
the
this
wing,
thing's
and you're
wings
gonna
are made-
you hit a friendly ship as well, bro.
No, I can't help it, man. I can't control where I
Just
crash.
wrenched under the front gun. Like, the front of your aircraft is just stuck under the front gun.
It probably gives them a little extra armor. Now they gotta shoot through the wreckage of my plane
Yeah.
if they want to hit the actual boat.
A little extra armor. And also, what are you going to do about the flames, which is just igniting all the ammo in the turret? Have some problems.
I don't
Now
have to
you're
worry
fine,
about
Kevin.
that.
You can go land at A now and win the battle for us, because no one can shoot you down.
Keep it up, and victory will be ours.
Can't you, Griff? Just
What?
dive. Dive straight down, put gear down, and then flank.
Sometimes I like to just use the Catalina as like a dive bomber, even though it's not.
Yeah, like I find with the bombers, sometimes that's just the best thing to do, because it's the bomber controls are quite touchy sometimes. It's quite difficult to hit someone there, especially because if you're normally at quite a high altitude. If it's a moving target, it's much easier just to dive on them. So it's quite nice because the seaplanes in this can actually land on the ocean as well as, of course, the land, which it's good that they've done that as well, because other than that it would be quite pointless having such a heavy aircraft with no use for its water landing capability.
Dropping my landing gear.
Hit F to deploy the flaps. You're actually having people fly past you, you're going so slowly.
Oh, I know they're flying past me.
Are they hitting you a lot?
Oh, they're hitting me a lot.
But it just the Catalina doesn't care. Someone just tried to crash into you and they failed.
No, the Catalina is like the honey badger of planes in this game.
Catalina don't give a shit.
It literally doesn't.
No, it doesn't. No, you got the
Well, somehow I
BF-109 down the
have
runway.
not captured this
The
base, even though
BF-109,
I'm...
oh, it just flipped over in front of you. It's because there was an enemy on the airfield at the same time. There's also an enemy to your right which just died at the same time. There we go, you captured it.
I'm going to B.
Go capture the other airfield. The true flying fortress.
Hey,
People are
Spitfire.
shooting you and a lot of them just hitting behind you.
No, I don't.
What do you mean you don't?
No, the guy said I've got a hole in my left wing.
You have a Spitfire on your left wing. Both your gunners dead? Or are they just not shooting?
No, they...
Okay,
they
now
don't
you have an
care.
engine fire. See, now and you've lost a wing. Now you have a problem. It's alright, you're a boat plane, you can land in water. Sort
Yeah,
of.
I can also
would-
crash in water.
I
although
wouldn't
that
call
is
that
not
a
limited to
landing.
boat planes.
Right, now to your next aircraft.
What next aircraft?
You don't have any.
Nope.
Right, then let's leave this then. That'll be
No, because you get a lot more XP from
Ah, do you? I didn't.
finishing the game, yeah.
I didn't know that. No. Wow. Okay.
Like, it doubles your XP if you stay the entire game. It'll give you a certain XP and it'll say mission, and it's like the XP you get for completing the mission, even if you lose.
Ah, right. Let's see this guy in the Wildcat.
That's what I was looking at. What a perv, look at his wing.
Good choice. Fight. What was this on his wing? Something for freedom. Strike for freedom. There we go. I can read. Sort of.
Take out the 109 if you're not stupid, Wildcat.
He just, did he plow into a tree or?
He was about to go straight into the wall at the end of the airfield just as the game ended.
That wasn't too
Lucky him.
bad a game. It was alright. I did alright actually. I got a good amount of XP and the lines, so that's always good. Well, that's going to be all for today. Thanks for watching. See you around.